The hot life of the beautiful Helen of Troy. She was taken at the age of 12 by her cousin, and she gave birth to 5 children in the city of Troy, which is in today's Asia Minor, the western coast of Turkey. The hot life of the beautiful Helen of Menelaus, stolen by her cousin at the age of 12. 5 marriages, several children, 2 wars, and an interesting afterlife. The beautiful daughter of Tyndareus showed from an early age what she would cause. At the age of 12, her first cousin, Enarphoros, decided to steal her. She was saved from her cousin, but she was not saved from 50-year-old Theseus, who stole her together with his friend Perithous. Widowers, according to legend, both now wanted the daughter of the gods as wives. So they cast a lot for Helen. Theseus won her and took her to his mother Athera. Her brothers went with an army, started a bloody war, destroyed Attica, which is where Athens is in Greece, and took back their sister Athera as her slave. One version of the story is that Theseus respected her, the other that Helen the fair, the beautiful Helen, became pregnant, gave birth in Argos, which is around Sparta, and left her first child to her sister Clytemnestra to raise as her own. It was the child named Iphigenia. Prospective grooms. Her father, for fear of having his beautiful daughter stolen from him again, decided to marry her off, and therefore all the Achaean princes rushed to the palace as prospective bridegrooms, except for Achilles, who was studying under Chiron. In the crowd of bridegrooms and the difficult choice, Ulysses suggested that Helen choose the groom herself, and the others take an oath that if ever someone is found to take Helen from her husband, they should all together gather to wash away the insult. So Helen chose Menelaus, a king, a man of nobility, brother of Agamemnon. He was tall, strong, brave, with 2 excellent qualities. He was the richest and the most naive. The happy marriage lasted 10 years, from which they had a daughter, the beautiful Hermione. Paris, stone of scandal. Suddenly a young prince from the east arrives in Sparta. Paris, the son of the king of Troy, who came to take the trophy, quote-unquote, promised to him by the goddess Aphrodite. Another version states that he came to return the visit that Menelaus had paid him. It is said that the beautiful, handsome Paris, although he was married to the nymph Oenone, and that he had a son with her, abandoned them without a second thought. Menelaus received him with royal honors. A few days later, he left an order for Helen to take care of their guest, because he himself had to go to Crete to attend his grandfather's funeral. Of course, poor Menelaus had other cares in mind. Helen and Paris left at night with the treasures of Menelaus and Helen's slaves for Troy. So it was difficult to prove that Paris stole her away. Helen, had also left her child and husband, but the house respected her. The first love affair with Paris took place on the islet of Crene near Ythio. After the wonderful night that Paris lived with her, he founded a temple in honor of Aphrodite to thank the goddess Aphrodite for the woman she gave him. Helen, that is, the beautiful Helen. Helen of Troy had 5 children with Paris, and when he was killed, her 2 brothers claimed her. She married Deiphobus. He is the only man she did not have a child with. Menelaus killed the being and then bowed to Helen's allurements and accepted her back. The ancients tried to reconstruct the myth. The ancients, trying to save everything that could be saved, created the myth with Egypt and the idol that Paris allegedly took to Troy. The real Helen, according to this myth, ended up in Egypt at the behest of Zeus. Hermes first took her to an island across from Sunion, which is south of Athens in Greece, that was named after her. Helenissos, it's today Macronissos, In Egypt, she almost married the son of Proteus. In the myth we all know from our school days, the Trojan War will end with thousands dead, Troy destroyed, but the Greeks compensated. They took infinite and valuable booty, and Menelaus got his Helen back, and they went on with their lives as if nothing had happened. After their death, in the other life, Helen will marry, in a brilliant wedding, the only suitor who did not claim her while alive, that is, Achilles. And this is according to a Greek article I've translated for you. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.